Hey guys, MCU Collector here with a new video, and this time we have the Beast Kingdom Summer exclusive. This is the Comic-Con at home because we are not getting a San Diego Comic-Con this year due to the global pandemic. So, Beast Kingdom is releasing this online, so link in the video description below to order your Tony Stark figure. This is the Avengers Infinity War EAA-133, the Egg Attack action figure Tony Stark Nano suit. This is a limited edition. There are only 2,000 of these produced worldwide. As you can see, I got number 1,740. The folks over at Beast Kingdom were nice enough to send this over to me so I can review it to you guys. So show your support to them. I have links in the video description below to like them on Facebook and as well as join their Facebook group, which I am a part of, and it is an awesome group to share all of your Beast Kingdom figures, especially your Egg Attack figures. So packaging is awesome on this guy. It's transparent throughout, which is really cool, or translucent I should say. Here on the side you see Tony Stark and have all the information, and we get this wraparound image of the figure, which is really cool. A couple of different poses that you could do with the figure and shows some of the accessories that it comes with, which is awesome. As you can see here, we have all the information of the figure. Egg Attack style Tony Stark head, new Egg Attack body, LED lights embedded in the chest. It has 3 interchangeable faces, 2 pairs of interchangeable hands, 1 Iron Man hand, glasses, the Mark 50 breastplate and reactor, and then he has the clothing. So awesome things going on there. Look on that side of the package, and there it is. Let's open it up. Not sure why I didn't bring this up earlier, but check this out. We get a Comic-Con at home limited edition sticker. So that is really cool that they did that. You know, they switched up since San Diego Comic-Con SDCC isn't happening. And then you can see here that it is limited to 2,000 pieces. Okay, and as with all import figures, always make sure you take a look at the instruction sheet to see what you can do. It talks about the movement of the arms and legs, how to install the breastplate, chest arc reactor, changing out the battery, and then changing out the faces. So always take a look at that before you mess with your figure. And then on the inside insert, and I'm not sure how well this is going to come off on video, but we actually have this translucent little background scene. This is on the street. You can see all the damage to cars and stuff on the background there. So that is pretty cool. Now let's take a look at the figure. All right, so here is the Tony Stark figure out of the package, and it is awesome already. Before we take a look at the figure and get in close, let's first take a look at the accessories and kind of get that out of the way. Okay, so first things first, we come with this stand and it says Tony Stark, and we have a look at the arc reactor. So that is really cool there. And then of course, you know, it has the clamp piece so you can use it as a stand. So we'll put that off to the side. We have total of 3 faces for Tony Stark. So we have the angry face here, the face that comes on the figure itself, and then to swap those out, you just pull the hair off, and then you just pull the face off, and you could switch these out like so. Instead of giving us a whole nother head, you just give us these swappable faces. So that is pretty cool. And the eyes are movable, so that one kind of looks a little bit crazy right there. And then we have this smiling face here as well. So we'll do that. We'll pop that hair off, pop that face off, put that one on, and here we have Tony Stark's smiling face. So that is really cool. We have the chest plate for the arc reactor. So basically in Infinity War, when he's on the street, you know, he taps his arc reactor, and then that's when the Nano bots will actually take over and form the suit. He has the 1 Iron Man hand, basically to replicate the scene where he removes the glasses from his face while his hand already has that armor portion on there. And to go along with that, we have the glasses themselves. The glasses look great. They're done in this gold paint with the sunglass look, in the translucent plastic right there that is darkened to look like sunglasses, so that works out great. We have a total of 3 interchangeable hands on the figure itself. He has fists, then we have 2 open hands, and we have 2 holding hands there. So those are the accessories. Now let's take a closer look at Tony Stark. Okay, so here's a close-up look at the Tony Stark. Again, this is the smiling one. We also have the angry face and we have the straight face there. And to adjust the eyes, you can see the 2 pegs there. You can just move them around however you want to get the eyes in the position that you want them. So that is really cool. They're not loose or anything, so they don't wobble around. But here, looking at Tony Stark, I think that's really good. It's obviously a stylized version of Robert Downey Jr., so it's not going to 100% look like him, but I do think that it's a well enough likeness that you can easily tell that this is Tony Stark. So I really like the way that came out. The hair, I think, is sculpted quite nicely as well. Paint apps in it are nice. You have brown color with a little bit of shading in there to give it some textured look to it. So I really like the way that came out. The tracksuit looks awesome. How is this the first Tony Stark figure in tracksuit that we have gotten? I didn't know how much I needed a figure of Tony Stark like this until I got this figure. It is just awesome. The camouflage print on it came out really nice. The orange lines all look really good. It actually feels like tracksuit material, so I really like the way that it came out. Now this is actually my second Egg Attack figure with soft goods. My first is actually the Spider-Gwen figure. I haven't really gotten to mess with this because I just picked it up, so this one's kind of new to me because the other Egg Attack figures that I have, you know, I have the Spider-Man Homecoming, which has no soft goods, but the new ones all have soft goods now, and then of course I have the Iron Spider, which no soft goods as well on that. So this is a little bit new to me. So you know, Mezco is kind of king in the game when it comes to soft goods, but Egg Attack, Beast Kingdom, they're holding their own here, because look at that, it fits perfectly. The sleeves are a little bit long, but that's going to be to accommodate for when you're moving the arms around. So kudos to them, they did a great job. You have this hood here. It's not quite functional because the heads are quite large on Egg Attack figures. Otherwise it could work, but it's really nice. We actually get a functioning zipper here. So as you can see, the tracksuit, we can unzip the jacket and actually take it off to reveal the arc reactor that's actually there on his chest, and we get kind of a similar looking suit to what Tony wore in Iron Man 3 that he would wear under the suit, so that is pretty cool. This shirt right here is just a shirt though, so we have Velcro for the pants to fly, but as you can see, it's not going to continue on, and his legs are bare there. So this is not made for the pants to actually be removable, although you probably could. I will not be removing them, so that is really cool. The jacket can actually come all the way off, which I will show you guys here right now. Okay, so that is how Tony looks without the jacket on. So you actually get these lines throughout this upper shirt, this compression type shirt that he is wearing. Again, it's really reminiscent of what he wore in Iron Man 3. Okay, and here I want to show you guys that light up feature with the arc reactor. So as I turn off the lights, you can see how bright that light is. Here it's kind of probably coming off a little bit white. It's actually got a blue light to it, so it is very, very blue. So that looks really, really nice. You know, we have that chest plate piece here, and you can see it's got 2 magnets on there as I turn back all my lights on. So we got the 2 magnets, and basically it's just going to sit right over that piece, just like that. So it gives it that look where he activates the arc reactor, and then the nanobots actually start coming out onto his chest to form the Iron Man suit. So as we start to dim the lights again, you could see how the arc reactor looks, and that looks really nice. Okay, so now that I showed you the light up feature and that I still have it on, this is probably going to be my biggest complaint on this figure. Not that I have a whole lot, because with these stylized figures, because they're just so different and wacky, there's not a whole lot of wrong that they're going to be doing, but I do have a complaint here. So that arc reactor piece, to turn it on, to power it on and off, is kind of a pain to do. So you got to kind of pull his pants down a little bit. You got to get the shirt, and the shirt is, you know, kind of a stretchy material, so you don't have to worry about damaging it or anything like that, but you have to work it up so you can be able to remove this back piece here, which it has the battery compartment. So once you can do that, it's a little bit tricky, but once you can remove the back piece cover, which I can't seem to do right now. So this is kind of the hassle that you guys are going to go through when trying to do that. It holds on by a magnet, as you can see there, but you have the battery compartment there, and then you have the switch, which is right here, for that light effect. So you could do that, and so it's off, and then you could turn it back on by flipping that switch. But again, you got to work, you know, through the shirt, so on and off. So that's the biggest complaint that I have with this figure. So let me get it all put back together now. Okay, so going over the articulation for Tony Stark. So his head, he can look down that much. He can look up quite high as well. It's on a ball joint, so you can get a lot of different, you know, movements in there, and then you can get the full swivel. You can do all kinds of tilt and everything. So great movement in the head. Just be mindful that you could pull the hair off. It does come off. Not that it's loose, but you can pull it off. Looking at the articulation, he can get his shoulders to go out straight that much. You would be able to get a full rotation, but because he is wearing a shirt, obviously you can't. So you can get some motion in there. He has a butterfly joint, and you could hear how good that ratcheting is. At first I was like, what am I doing? Am I cracking some of the plastic going on here? But that is that ratcheting butterfly joint. So you can get it to go forward that much, get some crossbody, and then you can get it to go back that much as well. There is a swivel at the upper bicep there as well. You get a double jointed elbow, which gives you a little bit more than 90 degrees, as you can see there. So that's good. The wrists are on a ball peg, so you can move them around in all kinds of crazy directions, which is good. We have an ab crunch, so we can crunch forward that much, which isn't a whole lot, but he's not, you know, going to be getting into any kind of flight poses or anything like that. It's actually a diaphragm joint, so there's a little bit of swivel and turn going on in there. So you can pivot to the side, pivot to the other side as well. You have that waist swivel in there as well, so you can get him to turn like so. Legs go out that far apart because of the pants. They're going to hinder quite a bit. You can get forward that much again because of the pants. So with these, you do have that drop down leg, so you can get it to move more, but the pants are really going to hinder that, so they don't actually they aren't actually as effective as they could be. You get a double jointed knee, which gives you that much bend at the knee. The ankles are on a ball peg, so you can get all kinds of crazy motion in there, a little bit of pivot and everything. And you actually also have toe articulation, as you could see there. So pretty good articulation for these guys. Okay, so swapping out the hands, as you can see, I have the Iron Man hand on there. It is on a ball peg wrist joint, so it's quite easy to switch them out. So here we have the open hand. You just pop it on there. Be very careful. So there he has the open holding hand. We can pop that right off. And then here we have the open hand that he also comes with. And again, out of the package, he comes with fists. So there are his hands. The Iron Man one. Okay, so here is Tony Stark back again, kind of mid-transformation. So he's got the chest plate on there. He's got the Iron Man hand, and he's holding the sunglasses. So there is the look. Now, I'm going to be completely honest with you. There's another thing that I don't like about this figure, because it's taken me maybe 30 minutes until I figured out kind of the trick to it. When I took off that jacket to be able to do the look without the jacket, turn the switch on so you have the arc reactor light on, that zipper, as cool as it is because it's a full functioning zipper, that's teeny tiny, it was a pain to put back on. I'm going to be honest with you guys. So you're going to be frustrated and it's going to be hell, but there is a little bit of a trick to it. So when doing it, what you want to do is kind of hold it upside down and then kind of work it, and then make sure you pull it hard to get it all the way in there. But it took me a very long time, and I got extremely frustrated to do it. So be mindful of that. Keep working at it. You will get it. It's just because it's hard to do when it's on the figure because it's kind of stretched out. Whereas if you take it off and to get the zipper back, it's much easier. So just be aware of that. It's not the end of the world, but it just, oh man, I got so frustrated doing it. But I was able to get it, and it was all the better for it. It's just to get there, it was just drove me absolutely nuts. Here's another look at the sunglasses as we move on, and they fit right on his head. They just kind of goes over the ears right there. And that just looks really good. I think they got the perfect shade in those lenses for the glasses as well. So that is just awesome. So there he is. Now let's see some size comparisons with some other Egg Attack figures. Okay, so here are some size comparisons. We have the Deluxe Iron Spider from Avengers Infinity War with the light up eyes. We have the Spider-Man Homecoming figure. Here in the middle is the Tony Stark, and you can see they're all basically about the same size. The Egg Attack figures aren't necessarily on a particular scale. They're all, for the most part, the same size when you look across all the properties. So whether it's Star Wars, Marvel, or DC, they're all going to be about the same size. So switching out Spider-Man, let's throw in Spider-Gwen. This is my only other Egg Attack figure, comic figure, and you can see that she's actually a little bit shorter, so maybe they do it depending on certain characters, but Tony Stark and Iron Spider size up quite nicely side by side. Okay, that's my review of the Tony Stark figure. You guys let me know down in the comments below what you think of this Egg Attack Tony Stark figure. Is it something that you'd be looking to pre-order? Again, pre-order link in the video description box below, as well as a link to the Beast Kingdom fan page on Facebook and their Facebook group for all things Beast Kingdom and Egg Attack figures. If you guys liked the video, please do me a favor, hit that thumbs up button, subscribe if you haven't already done so, and as always, thank you for watching.